Happy time zone, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns 3. Great to have you with us on this lovely Saturday. Today, we have got some Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup action for you with the Group O match between Link to the Past Ken and Captain 1977. Going to be a great match. Looking forward to seeing it. My name is Psychonaut. I'll be your restreamer this evening. On tracking duties, we have got Amaris. And without further ado, I will leave you in the capable hands of our commentary team this evening, Orange and Zeke.
Thank you, Psychonaut. And Orange, we've got a fun race today.
Oh boy, do we ever.
We've got Link to the Past Ken and 254 races. That is dedication to this game.
There's a few runners I know of in this community with more heart and passion for the game than Link to the Past Ken.
And Captain 1977 has been a relatively newer runner, been around for a year, and 100 races in that year. Just a lot of heart there. Also, a fantastic commentator, if you ever see him on other races.
No strangers to tournaments either, as this is, to my knowledge, his third tournament that he's entered regarding Link to the Past Randomizer.
Third or fourth, yeah.
So let's talk about today's mode.
Yeah, we've got Map Compass Shuffle with Boss Shuffle.
So our runners are not going to know which dungeons are the crystals. And with Boss Shuffle, that means all the bosses are shuffled as well.
Which makes that change here a couple, I believe it was like 6 months from now. At this point. That change that compasses show what boss is in the dungeon actually makes picking them up useful in this mode.
For once, we actually want compasses because we want to know in advance if we have to do an ice rod hunt.
You want to know in advance if you need an ice rod or a hook shot, or I think those are your big two ugly ones to find.
Well, barring any Moldor 2 skips, they're going to want a hook shot regardless.
Yeah, but you like to know if you need a hook shot going into the Eastern Palace boss before you do so.
It is a very long walk.
And it looks like we are just a couple seconds out. And it looks like we have both players starting with Link's house for a cape.
A little bit of a stumble getting the auto tracker working for Ken, but it looks like they're both going to Uncle route.
Nice safe route. Gets you an early tree pole check. Gets you 3 items. So it's always nice to know if you have a good tier 1 tree pole.
And with the maps and compasses added to the item pool, you're not as likely going to get bombs and rupees for the Kakariko trip, so I like this play.
It's true. And there's our first map for Desert Palace, actually one we can see right now.
So as long as you don't have a map for the dungeon, you don't know what prize is in there. So those maps are actually pretty important for our runners to get the prize knowledge that they need.
And we just found out those guards are on Bomb Pool.
Well, Ken will be happy to see that.
Yeah. One bomb is enough for getting you started, but having that 2 bombs going into Kakariko is great.
Because it ensures you're going to single dip Blindside and the well.
Exactly. And it looks like Captain is going to give us our Lumberjack tree check.
Along with a bushcraft check, because we're still kind of looking for some starter rupees for Kakariko, you're going to get 50 rupees just checking Blindside and the well if you check the pods, but That is a bow.
It's the bow.
But as I was saying, you're going to get 50 rupees just checking the pots in Blind Sut and in the well, but we still need another 50 rupees from somewhere to pay for the bottle merchant.
So, a bow on Lumberjack. Well, there's a second one of those in the item pool. There's no guarantee it's before that bow.
More often than not, the other bow has a bad habit of showing up in Ganon's tower.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take a chance on the other bow being available, or you could risk that the other bow is in GT and you need to do Aghanim.
It's a gamble either way is what's fun. If you do either of those plays, an early Aga or try to play for the second bow, both of them are a gamble if the other one is the right answer. Of course, you might also get a bow here in Kakariko or something.
And then Aga is just totally dead. Well, not totally. That's hyperbole. So starting off in Kakariko, we got shield, money, flippers, and a flute.
I think the flute is the big one we like here.
Well, we don't care so much about the arrows, but the flute is big.
The flippers are nice to find, but not too useful yet. And flippers does scare me about possible early Zora without a reliable money source.
If a glove shows up, then Houlihan does become an option, but you don't really want to see flippers before a glove.
And Captain wants bombs right now, but unfortunately does not get them.
See, this is where Ken getting a second bomb is going to pay off, because he's going to be able to single dip that well and get that check that's behind the wall. Whereas Captain is going to have to go buy bombs after activating his flute.
This flute does mean that you could get your bombs, walk all the way down and do race game, and then flute back to 3 to do the well.
I like that. There is actually one 50-50 bush here that can have a bomb, but just buy them. Or, we can get boots.
Those are boots.
It's not going to work on the well, but you're never going to say no to boots.
Not when there's a possible bow you need off Lumberjack, too. Because now, Aga, if you can get the sword and the lamp, is now a lot more enticing.
You already have the cape.
That's why we can use sword, and the armor's nice. Although I'm not a fan of blue male Deadpool there.
No, not at all. Although, I do appreciate the color a little.
Oh, that's even better for Ken. The bomb wall was more bombs.
I still do not know what sprite Ken is using.
If anyone has any ideas, please tell us.
The
honestly, it looks a little bit like Golbez from Final Fantasy IV to me.
So the other thing I do want to point out is that Ken has a mirror. That was on the bottle merchant, and Captain was not able to afford it.
You're right. So Captain may have gotten here first, but he is missing checks that are going to be hard to come back to. Although bottle merchant is, of course, free at this point. You can flute back to 3.
soon as you have 100 rupees. But I can actually see Captain leaving behind the bottle vendor and trying to get a bottle first so that he can do sick kit at the same time.
Right, a map of Ice Palace. Thank you, Professor Renderer. Aster from Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I didn't even know that was a sprite in this game. The spriting teams, the sprite creators are amazing.
We've got... Are we approaching, what, triple digits in sprites?
I counted the other day. It's like 458.
Oh, so we surpassed that a long time ago.
And everyone's favorite way to kill mini Moldorms here.
I actually really like Ken's decision to go for Bonbrox here.
You have a flute, so you can get most places quickly. I wish that paid off more than a single rupee. Is that both green rupees already?
I believe so.
Because we found one of those over in, say, Secret Passage. And Captain picked out his money and went straight back for bottle merchant, so...
Can you blame him?
No, I can't.
Ken is kind of forgetting that he already did the tavern.
So, Ice Rod Cave. What can we find here that we want?
Well, the biggest thing I want from here is Arming Water Walk. But first bottle.
First bottle's nice. And Captain does know that you can jump off that diagonal wall, not trigger the water walk, and then swim off this waterfall. And Ken's using the flute to check Agina. Nice early Agina play. So... gives you some nice information.
Yeah, usually this check is left behind because it takes so long, but with the flute, it's not as bad. And with flute and boots, it's kind of tempting.
There's a Bombos medallion. That if we had a sword, it'd be nice to be able to kill Cold Stairs.
Oh, I'm sure a sword is going to show up shortly.
And how much of your statement of that is because there's a Aga looming right now?
I don't want to think about Aghanim until I see a lamp. That's my general rule of thumb. It's not an Agaseed until a lamp shows up.
That's fair.
Although if Hookshot were to show up, I would actually take that as a warning sign.
You mean Hookshot for the flippers? And I mean, we don't have a Moon Pearl to set everything up to, but
Moon Pearl's gotta be around here somewhere.
there is, after all, a Sphere 1 Eastern Palace over there. And here's that bottle turn-in.
I don't know about you, but I love boomerangs.
I especially like that one.
It could be blue or red, just as long as a method to stun and walk past exists. You don't have to kill enemies in a Zelda game. Shocking, I know.
I believe it's faster if you don't kill all the enemies. There really wasn't much in Mini Moleworm Cave, was there?
$300, but that's not enough for Zora. But this does kind of pose a problem right now. We're running out of checks.
We are. But we do have Eastern Palace available to us.
Speaking of, look where it's going.
Even without the bow to get to the boss, this is still 4 checks if you can do that dark room.
And I don't think that's going to be a problem for these runners. That's the other thing about Map Compass Shuffle. Because the maps and the compasses are added to the item pool, that essentially adds 2 items to every single dungeon, further incentivizing dipping them.
Yeah. We have Piece of Heart. There's the lamp.
And there's
Zora money.
I think you still go in.
I agree.
But Captain is just going to say no.
Where are you going, Captain? Is this a hobo check from both runners?
Yeah. Sure is.
Chat is right. If you find a sword, you can just single dip Eastern with the bow from Aga.
It does kind of feel like the first sword is going to be on Zora at this point. Feels like.
And true, maybe single dip Eastern, because the map compass is only half of this mode.
And the other thing to take into consideration is that just because it's a boss shuffle doesn't mean we don't need a bow for Eastern. There's 1 red Igor we have to kill, and it's only it only takes damage from bows.
There's 3 red Igors we have to kill.
Okay, 3. But you see the first one, and you're just locked out of the dungeon if you don't have a bow.
And answer question in chat about if they have the Eastern Palace compass. I don't know.
I believe they do not.
We don't, Well, while compass tracking is notable for this mode, I don't let it influence my decisions, so I kind of forget to track them.
So it seems like we have 3 in-logic locations left. Dipping Eastern, Spectacle Rock, and Front of Escape.
I mean, the old man here's in logic right now with that lamp.
I always forget that we have a lamp because I'm just so used to seeing people do this without the lamp.
I understand, because I have had days where I forget that lamp is important here.
And I'm also forgetting that we have access to Hera.
We have a mirror.
We should.
We're good at this.
Yeah. I swear we know what... Oh, that's hookshot.
Is that a hookshot on the old man?
Heck, he doesn't know how to use it. The old man couldn't figure out how to use the boing 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 spring cannon, or whatever it's called.
I believe Pedestal just called it boing boing boing.
Let's not say the P word. That is a compass in Spectacle Rock, and that's really tempting in this mode.
It can be, yeah. Ooh. Ken is skipping the old man here. He does not have the lamp to hint to go there. But he wants the compass.
So, from prior experience mentoring Ken, I know that he really, really does not like dark rooming.
That's understandable. It can be scary to do dark room.
But it's not a useful compass!
That's even worse. I do like Ken backing out of Speckle Rock Cave this way to avoid the moldworms.
We have no sword, they're just gonna get in the way. It is at this point that I should probably remind our audience that we cannot kill a boss right now. We have no weapon.
And it's not here either.
I guess it wasn't Paradox Cave either.
So, let's see what's here in Tower of Hera basement.
Ice Rod.
I wish you could pick up the ice rod with a boomerang.
That would be sweet.
So, which key do you think is here in the lobby?
Probably the big one. See?
Mm-hmm. Although, you know me, I wouldn't bat an eye if there was neither key, based on modes I play.
So this is actually quite a troublesome room when you have no weapon.
Lamp was in Saha's closet.
Sure was. There we go. Oh,
there's the weapon.
Now we can start killing certain bosses. Thanks to the compass of Hera, we know that this is going to be a vanilla Moldorm.
I mean, Moldorm's arena is a little more limited than most.
Several bosses are banned from Hera.
And by several, I mean like 5 of them. Really?
No, this is our crystal.
Really? We're playing map Compass Shuffle. Don't do that to us, game. Ken's hoping for a sword in the big chest right now.
Well, it's also he's here, he may as well.
Well, I'm saying, you absolutely get, but he's hoping for a sword here so he can kill the boss, but he can't.
Whereas Captain 1977 here is going to be able to single dip this whole dungeon, and there is a chance he might do the basement. It really depends on where the small key is.
By where small key is it on Moldorm?
Is it on the boss or is it locking itself? Hopefully the latter.
And the other benefit Captain has here, Harapot.
The joys of having a hook shot.
Mm-hmm. That map has made me mad a second time in 5 minutes. Green Pendant Eastern.
We have a vanilla green pendant.
How many eyes is that? That's the other minigame of Boss Shuffle. If you have a Moldorm, the question is how many eyes does it have?
A number that's less than 2, but also more than 2, is usually disturbing.
And there's that Smokey. The proper number of Moldorm eyes is 8 because it makes me laugh. And Ken's giving us Eastern.
So there's something in the basement. Yeah, Captain is definitely going back in, and it makes a large amount of sense because you still don't have Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl is the one item where if you don't have it, you kind of need to do everything. Was that a fairy bottle?
Sure was. And the good news is that because we have a mirror, we don't have to release it.
That's good. And, I believe Captain's inviting us for a coffee break.
It's one of the few moments you get in this game to just get up and stretch a little.
Coffee break over. Let's go.
It's not an era. Not on the mountain either.
I missed what it was.
It was just a piece of art. It's garbage.
So, Hyrule Castle or Eastern Palace?
Sure,
So
let's
far
look
proving
at it.
not to be Eastern Palace. We have 2 checks left here in Eastern. I mean, I don't blame anybody for doing Eastern before Hyrule Castle when you have no weapon to kill things with. It's first sword in Eastern Big Chest. So, where's Moon Pearl?
Where's Moon Pearl and where's a glove? I would.
Personally, I don't think I'd care about the glove at the moment, because the bow is tempting enough for Aga to me.
At the very least, we can technically finish this dungeon now.
Amarith, no. Shoutouts to our tracker, Amarith Alterna. Even if she is giving terrible ideas in chat.
It's not Eastern either, but it's looking like we had to dip it for a sword.
Notably, to Krellbell in chat, there's a bow on Lumberjack. So the bow in Pod Shooter Room is not actually a big concern.
Yeah, so I'll throw out one scenario for you here. You need to kill Aga for the bow, then go back into Eastern to get your Moon Pearl off the Eastern Palace boss.
Thanks, I hate it.
Ken, you don't get a speed boost if you have the old man with you. And I don't think he's going to be too happy to see that hook shot.
No. I will admit, while you don't get speed boost with the old man while dashing, it is one of the funniest animations in this game.
So the runners are just going to be retracing each other's steps here. Captain's not going to find anything useful in here, although... No, I take that back. Knowing
Hammer
what's...
and Spiral.
There's a hammer and spiral. Why did I say that's not useful? I was about to say, Captain's going to find the compass to Misery Mire here, and that's going to be useful later.
Misery Mire is another dungeon where you want that compass, just so you don't have to walk to the back and suddenly go, oh, there's a Trinex I can't kill.
It is a very long walk to the boss room.
Yeah. I do appreciate ending a possible AGA run with the escape checks.
This is just conventional routing. Plus, there wasn't really much incentive to come here to begin with, considering that both runners did Uncle Route.
And also, your weapons were in really bad spots.
No one wants to do a bomb escape if they can help it.
It would have been bad. We had a boomerang and we had bombs.
With Boomerang, it's a lot easier, but it's still slow. There's our Moon Pearl.
What did we just see on Floating Island?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
So did I. I was full of focus on Moon Pearl.
According to Tracker Amerith, garbage.
Wonderful. Because understandably, we are focusing on Captain's side because it's the new information. Big 20. So, we do know that there's a 1 in 4 chance of the small key being in its vanilla location here.
That being Dark Cross.
Ooh, I like this from Ken. He is opting to leave the Hera boss and go directly to Hyrule Castle.
He knows which bot. Are you serious right now?
Are you serious, game? Is that 2 maps in their own dungeons?
Yeah, it sure was.
Hey, a bomb refill.
But also, we're locked out of Pack of Escape. No glove, no small key. So, Captain is now out of checks and has to do the AGA play.
It is hinted hard at the Saga play. Something on Lumberjack. Flippers and Hookshot. Sword and Cape. Lamp. All it was missing to really incentivize you further was the Moon Pearl itself. And then it's just in Hyrule Castle.
Having a lot of trouble with these guards.
These guards are fast, so...
Yeah, don't you just wish that we could move diagonally at their speed?
I mean, you and I are both rando racers. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Captain, you need a key.
Yeah. The maze is unpleasant. Look at all these guards.
It's not really the guards if you have a boomerang, since they go over ledges. But it's the bats.
And yeah, chat is right. We do have a mirror, so we can pick up the bow on a kind of organic route to Village of Outcasts.
I actually really like this call from Ken. Just do Agate now. Forget the Hera boss.
It's not a bad call. You have to go up the mountain again anyways, most likely. We don't know what the TR crystal... Actually, we do know what the TR crystal is already.
Apparently, we got a map check that we weren't aware of and saw that TR was a crystal, so they do have to do TR.
So, and even if TR was a pendant, we could... It is a distinct possibility that you don't have to climb the mountain again.
You'll eventually climb the mountain again for GT. So ideally, in Ken's scenario, you're going to want to do Hera last.
Or at least on the same trip as Turtle Rock.
Ken, that is not how you get to that chest.
So, I guess we get to play one of our favorite mini games in the community. There's a wizard on the right side of our, at least of our commentary stream here. How many blue balls will this wizard throw? Because we want no more than 2, preferably.
The average is 3, but I like to say 2. And there's one of them.
For those who like to be rude, there is a 15 possibility, but I don't bet on it.
It's already dead.
Good.
I do appreciate the optimism from chat, though.
Yeah, I like all these low numbers in chat. Okay, honestly, I like this call just bombos the room from Ken. That room sucks.
On Fighter, it's actually kind of bad. Those guards have a lot of health.
And they do a heart of damage. I do not blame Ken for using bombos on these 2 rooms. I've already lost count, by the way.
Same, because I was actually looking at Ken's feed. According to chat, it was 5.
That's rough. And now we get to see what's on the pyramid. It's a map. I pick up that map.
We'll take it.
It's probably not...
Never mind, it's
It's
completely
probably
useless.
not a GT map. But, shows what I know.
Totally useless. So, this is an interesting call. Captain's... No, he's thinking about it. Mirroring.
Fluting.
And going to 2.
Where are we going, Captain?
I know he's ultimately getting that bow, but this is kind of a long scenic route.
Yeah,
so he really wanted to dip pod, but then realized, wait, I could go get the bow.
Yeah. I guess for as information for if these runners watch back or for those watching and wanting to learn, the fastest way to lumberjack from a flute is actually to flute to 8 and take the whirlpool.
So he's getting his bow, and I think we're almost certainly going to see a pod dip. Meanwhile, Ken downs Aghanim.
Gotta love the muscle memory that you can pick up a rock, but when you can't.
Yeah, I mean, this was Agate for Dark World access. You kind of needed love to take that portal.
I'm pretty sure the only portal you can take without a glove, other than the freestanding one on Death Mountain, is the Aga portal.
For now, that's your only way into Dark World.
So, Palace of Darkness. I don't mind this decision just goes straight in. Even if you don't know what the boss is, there's 7 items available to you.
7? But realistically, it's going to be 6.
Realistically.
Well, with maps and compasses shuffled, and
I forgot. Big key counts as an item. I'd remove the 6 small keys.
Helma is going to have an item.
Yeah, Helma has an item guaranteed, so there are 6 items available to you.
What am I saying? They have a bow and a hammer. Just full clear it and blind check the boss. You kind of need Kiki to open the door for you. Because turns out there's a hidden switch on top of the dungeon, and even the best glitchers can't get up there.
That's why our secret entrance is elsewhere.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't. That's only for glitch people to know. Yet. Oh, we have a compass. Was that Viddy?
That is a Vitreous.
That's killable.
We can absolutely full clear this dungeon and kill the boss.
That's killable, just not pleasant to do so.
You don't have enough arrows to do the boss with only the bow. So you're going to have to work in either fighter sword spins or hammer strikes.
Spins are safer, hammer is faster. Or bomb some eyes. But who would use bombs on Vitreous? And chat, you're right, we are a fire rod from boss mode.
I don't think there's anything wrong with using bombs on Viddy if you're on low percent.
Sorry, I was being sarcastically poking fun at myself.
However, take a look at Ken here. He's electing to finish Eastern now. But he is going for that green pendant.
I don't blame him, because if you can, it's available. But we don't know the boss.
If you're going to go do pod anyway, this is the time to do green pendant Eastern if you're going to make that call. Because Saw's right there.
I will say, it's not a bad decision. There is only one boss we can't kill.
And it's the usual suspect.
I mean, there's a boss that wouldn't be fun to kill on this loadout. But
most of them?
I was mostly referring to Cold Stare at that one.
Cold Stare would be pretty bad.
How do you like hammers?
As long as you get one of the pups down, it's not horrible.
But let's find out who's behind this door.
All while Captain continues to clear pod.
That's not a great one, mind you, but...
We have a cape. This is fine. Cape and a blue potion.
Mm-hmm. We have enough health. We're fine here.
Just gonna brute force this.
Well done on the kill. There's our first boss kill for Ken. Have we found anything interesting here in the dark? We have a shovel. Somewhere. And a fire rod.
All bosses are killable now.
At this point, do you just start rushing dungeons?
Wait, Ken, what are you doing?
Green pendant.
You're doing it now?
If there's anything there... There's not, unfortunately.
Ken just letting Saha know what he thinks of that.
What? Is on... I imagine that there's a small key on vanilla big key here.
I believe... No, I think he opened that and skipped Harmless Hellway.
Either way, there's a small key in the last check.
So coming up is going to be Captain's low percent Vitreous fight.
This is a rough battle.
Your sword is really just a glorified flathead screwdriver at this point, and your quiver is not big enough to do the fight with only the bow.
A glorified flathead screwdriver. I like that.
I've always seen the fighter sword as more of a tool than an actual weapon.
You have 28 arrows. That's enough to kill all of the eyes if you don't miss.
But Chloe does bring up a good point in that the giant eyeball of Vidi is on the spikes, and you can knock him into it.
True.
That's going down as a gold sword hit.
That has messed up my bow Vitreous in here before, I will admit. Because if you knock him back too soon, your arrow then lands in that spike directly under the left corner of Vitreous' main eyeball.
And now we've turned this into a horizontal shoot 'em up.
And
see, even committed suicide in fear of Captain's
like I said, those spikes do mess up your bow strat first.
I mean, I shouldn't be worried because he does have a bottle with a fairy in it, I believe.
Also, I didn't know that's how that worked with the small eyes. That is actually incredible for this room. You and I may have to make note of that for if we play more boss shuffle sometime.
Okay, Bomb, Biddy, and Pod is good. The bad news is that this was a pendant.
So So the bow on Lumberjack is literally just there for Ganon's tower, effectively.
Yeah, this is effectively a Mimic Clip Seed.
Luckily, we don't have to.
You're
So,
getting that bow since you had Aga for Dark World access.
we have 2 pendants. Chat's already excited. And was the front key locked logically? I think it was.
I have to admit, I was not paying that much attention to what was in the front because when Captain was doing it, I was looking at Ken's side, and when Ken was doing it, I was looking at Captain's side.
Small key in shooter room, and there was an item in the bridge chest. I just don't remember what was in the basement itself.
If it wasn't a small key, well, if Big Key Chest and Stelfo's basement were both small keys, then womp. We can full clear Swamp, Skullwoods, Thieves Town.
Is anyone else dying to know it's on the pendant pod shovel?
Alright, according to chat, the Big Key Chest was a non-key, so back was bow locked, which means that Fire Rod is bow locked.
Luckily for logical examination, we have a bow.
Ken did get that Fire Rod before bailing from Pod, right?
Yep, he did. Our chat can't see it, but you and I do have access to both of their trackers on their stream. Kind of nice to actually, not get punished for leaving.
Unless he decides to go back in, but it looks like he's heading for Hype Cave and maybe a swamp play after this.
I wouldn't mind a swamp play here. I like this red crystal check, though.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Map Shuffle. We have to ask the bomb shop guy where our red crystals are.
Alright, so our red crystals are... We have a Mitz-locked red crystal at Ice Palace. Wait a second, I remember the map. And based on the order, that's a vanilla Ice Palace crystal.
Sure is. Was it number 5?
Yes.
Yeah, that's vanilla.
And what does Johnny 2 Bombs have for us today? 3 bombs. And not much else.
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, I don't mind the heart container. That's the most useful thing. And, I guess arrows are nice sometimes. I was going to say, because we just did Pod and East, but no, there was not an Armos Knights in either of those.
We could see one.
And like you said, there's the swamp play, and we are getting a Rest of South Dark World check from Captain.
This
Where's
has
our
to be a
gloves?
shovel check. That's what I want to know.
I just realized we don't have our first glove yet.
We are still missing a glove.
And Captain is getting destroyed by guards today. They are messing up all of his dash lines. Oh, look, a mushroom.
So did we just need the Fire Rod from Pod, or do we need something else?
Just fire it.
more safeties in Swamp Palace.
I like this aggressive routing from Ken, because Captain is doing a relatively safe overworld clear before going into dungeons. Ken's just going into dungeons that he can clear. So it's two different styles of routing that we get to see on display here.
So, last summer, I had a chance to work one-on-one with Ken. And something I noticed was that his routing is surprisingly good.
He's been in the community for years, so it's not surprising he's picked up on the routing. So
Like, I was surprised.
lots of digs. Lots of digs.
This is a lot of digs. Well, we don't really need money anymore, but whatever. Nice little save and quit, though, to quickly get back to the pyramid.
Where do you go now? And there's our going north toward, I was gonna say toward Catfish, but, we can't do that.
Yeah, until we get a glove, Catfish is just gonna have to stay in his little circle of rocks and be left alone.
Honestly, he probably doesn't mind that.
Yeah, because if you throw something at him, he gets really angry and tries to kill you by giving you an item. Don't ask what his logic is.
The same logic as Magic Bat cursing you.
Now, the beauty of having the mirror and having to go this way is that you get to knock out Keen's Tomb and Bonkrocks along the way.
We had Bonkrocks earlier.
Yeah, we had it from Ken.
And
Well, wait, did Captain do it too?
Captain did a save and quit to Sank and then flew away from Bonkrocks.
Yeah. I mean, at least he can get a health refill here. It's fine.
Because those Poes do so much damage.
They hit really hard.
On top of everything else doing so much damage. And here's our left side swamp.
Oh, I think it's no question you do this. You're multiple items from Go Mode, and you came in here really early.
Oh, I see what Captain's doing. He got Mushroom.
There's a
Love left side swamp.
I do not like this scene anymore.
Okay, I will admit I kind of want Titans Bits in second check left side swamp. What about you?
I think I would have made a noise. We got ourselves a secret family recipe of turning mushrooms into sticks.
Yeah, that glove just opened up easier access to the Dark World. So
Now we could just flute to 3 and go the not quite as long but still long way.
the back of... What do we have in the back of Swamp today?
Oh, I'd say about 4 items.
Probably
Maybe
true.
just... Actually, no. I'm going to say 3 items in the big key.
With big key on the boss.
We can kill anything.
Half of it wouldn't be pleasant. I mean, do you want to fight a Trinex on this loadout?
We got a blue potion. We're fine. There's our big key. And he's going back for that big chest. It's a guaranteed item in this settings.
And since he dropped the water, it's actually not a big problem to do so.
Meanwhile,
Skullwoods.
key.
No, that's over by Pod.
Zeke, please.
Bombs.
Big key.
That helps. That's a Master Sword in Waterfall.
Everything's coming up again. Yeah,
That looks good to me.
Yeah, that looked fine.
And a key.
All
So
3
now-
keys in the front.
All 4 keys in front.
I wasn't taking size into consideration. Okay, there's our unpleasant boss.
Actually, we have a fire rod. Significantly more pleasant than before.
And a master sword, really.
So yeah, this is actually just fine. And unfortunately, we have no Cane of Samaria. We have to push the statue.
But I can
Not
tell
too
you
far
what
to
we
the
do
left.
have. No, that was fine. I can tell you what we do have, though. A happy 1 hour.
Happy 1 hour. Happy 1 hour, and there's still no glove sighting for Captain.
Captain is still gloveless.
And that's our first crystal for Link to the Past Ken. And a really well done fight on Cold Stare. So Captain's heading for a another boss arena with limitations.
This is another place where Trinex is banned.
I mean, I know what everybody wants from this boss spot.
Helmus Arcane.
Everybody wants the Helmosaur King here. I wouldn't mind seeing not the Helmosaur King, because that fight's scary.
There's a couple really bad fights that can be there. Blind is actually the worst thing you could get there.
Luckily, it's not as likely because we've seen one. There are still duplicates.
We have 3 rematches.
I think after Blind, the next worst ones would be Argus and Vanilla.
Or we could just have a vanilla one.
Fighter Sword Bothula.
Hammer Mothula.
Yes. Not too much better either, let's be honest here.
And he is not cooperating.
Do you know who the easiest boss in here actually is, in my opinion? Cold Stare.
Yeah. No arguments from me.
You have a potion?
At this point, he's almost dead. Just fire rod him to death.
Please behave, Mothula.
Mothula himself is not the threat. It's the room he's in.
There's
Alright,
another sword. We have 3 known swords, so... And, honestly, unless you're go-moding Swamp, you don't miss that one in Swamp Waterfall.
Yeah, so this is a completely unavoidable sword because Skull Woods is a crystal. You are going to have at least Master Sword.
So
Are you,
obviously, if you're captain, you're going to the Village of Outcasts after beginning this check.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure Chat was hoping for a book there.
If it's on a restream, I'd rather not see a Pedpal. I like my Pedpals to be blind if we have to suffer with them.
I'd rather just not see a pet at all.
Like I said, if we have to suffer with it.
I mean, in this mode, I think surprise Trinex out of nowhere when you can't kill him is worse than having to do ped. We're getting our Village of Outcast checks, though.
That's always good. Nice heart refill there on C-shaped house. Still no map information.
We're still wondering where our last pendant is. That's the last thing we need for full prize knowledge.
It is. And we have a map we can check. We just have to go back to the light world to do so.
There's our other glove.
So Ken will have mitts once he goes south. Orange.
Yes?
Is it just me, or could we possibly be in go mode? Depending on medallions.
Samaria.
Red cane. Right. You
There
need
it is.
to remember that.
There it is. So, Ken might potentially hit go mode in Village of Outcasts.
Where was Kane?
Chess game.
Okay, so potentially in go mode.
It's a very low chance, but it's there.
It's what, 1 in 9?
33.33, repeating, of course, percent chance.
Each. The ideal situation for it being go mode would be Meyer the Pendant. But
That's the other problem right now. We don't know which dungeon we need to avoid, if at all possible.
I mean, this is the one I would clear regardless of if it was if we don't know, this is the one I clear because we can just go walk into the boss room.
That's the thing about Thieves Town in this mode, because unless you have a vanilla blind, the boss is just going to be right there.
Actually, in VT, even Vanilla Blind is right there.
Aw, man.
What? It's Archipelago that has the Vanilla Blind thing.
Archipelago, please. I kind of expected that from Archipelago and not VT.
Whoop.
But Helma's not playing nice right now. In fact, we're just going to pull out the bow, do safety strats.
Only a little. Only the last HP matters. Everybody remember that. Well, that's a Crystal Thieves.
It is a crystal. So our last pendant is either Desert or Mire.
I would mirror to the light world and check your map immediately. Captain probably has a ferry.
I think they both have 2 ferries right now.
Captain does not have the ferry out of Swamp Palace.
All right.
Yeah.
Ken has 2 ferries. Captain has 1.
This is a decision to go back into Thieves for 2 items.
I think if you're captain, you kind of have to because you're still looking for myths.
Unfortunately, we know where those are.
Yeah, it's kind of bad when you have when you're potentially go -1 and it's in left side swamp, and that's a call a lot of runners will not make when you're go -1. But at the same time,
Go -1 the myths here to go into left side swamp.
At the same time, when you're looking for myths, you're not going to stay out of left side swamp for very long.
I believe we have a desert map, so we would like one of these runners to map check in the light world for us.
And although you can't see it, we do have access to the runner's personal trackers, and unfortunately, they're using a tracker that doesn't track maps.
I mean, there's not that many of them that track maps that I know of. And even fewer of them that auto-track them.
Oh, we don't care about the auto-tracking part.
Well, yes. Oh, good. At least we stop having to look at yellow Deadpool.
It looked more orange to me. I mean, I'm not biased or anything.
And I bet Ken's happy to see that.
Captain is thinking about his next move, spending a long time on file select.
Sometimes you just gotta sit down and think to figure out where you're going.
Mountain Cave.
Oh no, please don't be a spike cave check.
No, this is just the save and quit point to use if you want to flute somewhere but want full health first. Yeah, this has to be swamp.
And it's 8 items. How do you resist Swamp Palace in this position? Please check your map, somebody.
I would be shocked if he skipped left side swamp. We did get a map check, but wrong world.
And Ken is checking North Dark World here. To be fair, when are you going to come back for this?
Probably never. No, I take that back. Your one other, opportunity to do North Dark World is if you're going to jump off the ledge to the east and go to Catfish.
Which is actually on the table for Ken right now. So we're over an hour in. Our runners are covering each other's sets from it. So once again, big shoutouts to Zelda Speedruns for letting us put this race on. And shoutouts to ALttPR, our tracker. And shoutouts to Orange for being on commentary with me. And please, please, please go follow these runners.
And a shout out to Zaid for being on commentary with me as well. So I'm really curious as to what Ken's next move is going to be. Back of escape.
I like back of escape here. I would love to know if we're on a medallion hunt. What about you? We likely are.
What are the odds that it's Bombos? Or, okay, that ether might actually be a big deal.
That just upped the odds a little bit, didn't it?
Much better odds for Ken.
If we have to get into Mire, that's a 2 in 3 chance we can get into Mire, along with a 2 in 3 chance we can get into Turtle Rock. So that's a 4 in 9 chance we have our required medallions.
So now if you're Ken, after the Village of Outcasts, I think now you have to flute to Mire and decide whether or not you want to call go mode.
I forgot, what boss was in here for Captain to be facing?
This was a cold stare.
This was cold stare, okay.
Alright, Captain got his mitts. We're actually going to get a mushroom and a catfish check.
Catfish is very isolated for Captain right now. Because he's already done North Dark World. He's already done Mushroom. So now the only real time you have to pick it up is when you go north from doing Pyramid Fairy. Or, you know, anytime you save and quit in the Dark World.
But one issue I'm having right now is that Ken is bleeding a lot of time doing these checks instead of just going to Village of Outcasts.
This is true.
Like, he would need for this to be a vanilla Quake with a required Quake for this to be worth it.
Chat is correct, though. You might not route in back of escape for a while when you don't have mitts. Okay, I actually do like this Catfish decision a little more when you remember he has Zora still in play.
It's not as bad, but he's really got to get to Village of Outcasts.
Yes, he does.
Because there is a chance that once he pulls Kane and Mitts out of there, that Ken's in go mode.
Alright, there's another diver down from Captain. Captain's got to have a good time with this Cold Stare, because what's better than a Master Sword Cold Stare?
Tempered.
What's better than Master Sword? Most things? Tempered.
What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Tempered.
Tempered sword.
Alright, flew to 3. This has to be Village of Outcasts.
Unfortunately, then, no matter your thoughts on Cold Stare, there's still a Cold Stare here.
Yeah, it's just not going to last very long. Because this Cold Stare is locked in a room with a tempered sword wielding captain.
Using the sprite character, I don't want to be in the same room as a Deadpool with a fire sword.
It's really just the Master Sword that's been heated to 1000 degrees. So, Ken's idea to Samaria here. We may have Mit's go mode for Ken.
Mit's go mode, what a thing. And Captain is going... I imagine this is a flute to 5, right? Or a flute to 6 right now.
You have to check that down. Or no, he's going to ice.
It's a known red crystal.
It is a known red crystal, but I'm not sure if he... well, I don't know. I think I would have gone to 6 to potentially check for... Well, you gotta check that Maya Medallion.
I checked my medallion and cleared the clearable desert to see if we can call go mode.
But are you willing to call go mode on a 33% chance that TR is bombos? Because Captain does not have ether.
I mean, I've done it before.
Whereas in Ken's case, there is a much better chance that he'll be in go mode once he pulls the bits.
He did pull the mitts.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, different trackers. I was looking at the ZSR tracker, not his personal tracker.
I clicked the button, don't worry.
Clicky clicky.
Now, on Ken's side, I do like the decision to clear out Thieves Town, because you have that one boss to kill, no matter what you do. And also, it's an unknown Thieves Town, so it could be your crystal knowledge. Of course, we know this is a crystal.
Yeah, because it turns out Captain never... Oh. Did you catch that? Never mind. We already know what's in Thieves Town. Ken did a map check and I missed it.
Oh, it's Helma.
Yeah, that's right. I saw a map check and I was like, oh, did you catch that?
At this point, it doesn't matter what boss is where. The only threatening boss arena at this point is... There are some bosses that are just miserable on Misery Mire boss arena.
Assuming we have to do Mire.
Ooh, Ken got the despawn on the fireballs.
And he got... And his spin actually counted.
And he got to do a tempered sword spin, yeah.
Oh, Silver's ice belts.
Why are silvers in ice always an iced tea?
At least it wasn't GT.
At least it's in a crystal dungeon.
Ken might not get those. Because there is a possibility that Ken is going to call go mode. He is pulling out the flute,
And
pulling out
bombos.
bombos.
Is this an ice palace? It's an ice palace play!
Okay, never mind. He's getting silvers.
I just want to know if we need a Quake Medallion.
You know, these runners are finding a way to make us suffer. And that's just denying us the knowledge as to whether or not either of them are in go mode. How convenient that they give you another bow when Armos Knights are in here.
Okay. I will admit, seeing Armos Knights here, we are slowly reducing the places that a certain friend of ours can be.
I know where chat would like him to be.
Nope, we are not mentioning it.
Yeah. So I won't mention it as long as you don't mention the P word.
So, no dupes does mean that anything that can be on the Molder Marina can be on top.
So what we're getting here from Ken is, I hate to say it, but I know Ken is a runner. I know he doesn't know Icebreaker. I don't know if he actually took the time to learn Ice Palace Bomb Jump.
The good news is Kane of Samaria. Did anybody... So even if he doesn't know the bomb jump, he doesn't need it.
Yeah. It's exactly what I suspected. He still does not know Ice Palace Bomb Jump.
Crystal,
Meanwhile,
Pendant Meyer.
Alright, Myers a pendant.
Now we need Captain to go up the mountain. Captain can call go mode on a 33% chance. And that is Ether locked Meyer. So Captain just got lucky that as a pendant.
The other noteworthy thing is that Ken also doesn't know that Pod's a pendant.
It's true.
But in Captain's case, I think you still full clear Desert looking for a medallion because that is still an entire map. Oh, we have a Trinex here.
In Desert?
In Desert, we got a compass map check.
That's actually good.
That's very good. But as I was saying, you still full clear Desert looking for a medallion because that is still a low chance that TR is bombos.
1 in 3.
I believe Ken is skipping Iced Tea.
I don't blame him. It's a slow check.
I don't blame him. But it does mean he is going to have to commit to a silverless cannon now. So, say hello to the one boss and well, the one reason the ice rod even exists.
I mean, I think the ice rod exists kind of to let... It was designed to let you fight our friend the Land Mollusk. The game even hints at it. We just don't care.
I mean, you're basically told by Sahashala, go get the ice rod before you go to desert.
Do you want to do Ice Rod, Landmo?
I'd rather just shoot him a few times with a bow. Usually works.
If TR is not Bombos, where do you look? Well, I start with Dark Death Mountain.
Hookshot Cave. That should be your very first destination. Okay, Captain is remembering that he needs to be in Light World if he's going to save and quit with Amir and Aga dead.
And we mentioned earlier that Ken doesn't know that Pod's a pendant. What he does know is all of the crystals.
He has all the crystals, so he should know where his other two pendants are.
Alright, we're probably 20 or so seconds from knowing whether we need to find a medallion.
Whether or not we need to find Quake, really. We know where Ether is.
Yeah, we know exactly where Ether is. It's the second check in the back of Escape. Alright, and Survey says...
Survey says Captain needs to go do back of Escape. But we're in no mode now.
So on one screen, we have a runner who is in go mode and doesn't know it. On the other is a person who we know where their go mode is, and we don't know when they'll get back there.
It's definitely a race. Mit's go mode for Ken, Ether go mode for Captain.
The good news is Meyer is out of play.
So where do you go first after the Dark Death Mountain checks? Oh, nice butter.
Where do I go first? Ooh, hold on. Ken has to be careful here.
Ken is dangerously low on magic. He has a blue, he's fine.
Okay, he's fine. I like the Spike Cave call from Captain.
Because now's your chance to do it. So it wasn't Spike Cave. Can't get down the Desert Palace boss, which in this seed is Trinex.
Where are we going, Captain? I mean, what sticks out in my mind as a possibility is he's going for Checkerboard Cave first.
Checkerboard?
He mirrored and saved and quit instead of going to Checkerboard.
I'm aware of that. It's just a bit out of the way.
It's faster than Smith Chain or Pyramid Fairy.
Stocking up on some potions, not a bad idea.
This could be a, this is probably a back of escape play right here.
No question. Alright, Captain's about to hit go mode.
And Ken's going into Mire.
That's unfortunate. Because it's really a shame. Because Ken should know where all of his crystals are.
I was going to say, did we ever find a map of Hera? But yes, we did. In the compass chest of Hera.
And he did a Dark World map check and saw that TR was a crystal. To answer chat's question, Ken's personal tracker has everything except Eastern marked as a crystal.
That's default behavior for that Emo Tracker pack. Everything's a crystal until you mark it otherwise.
Ken never took the time to mark Pod and Meyer as pendants via process of elimination.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate.
So we are going to get a Meyer full clear from Ken here, while Captain is just in full go mode.
Yeah, it's the default Emo Tracker pack, so it's very simple. I think that's actually part of why I use the Key Sandy tracker at all times, Orange.
I'm not sure if Ken is aware of that C and P.
You're thinking he might not know that Hera's the crystal as well.
I believe that is the case. There's our big key to Meyer.
I will admit I would like... I haven't been as up-to-date on Cap because my stream keeps pausing on that ad.
Well, so far he's gotten 2 small keys on the right side of Roller Room, so we're still on pace for God TR. To explain what God TR is, the first 4 chests in here are 3 small keys and the big key.
Well, there's step 3. Can we get step 4?
This needs to be a small key.
if it's not a small key, it goes from God TR to good TR. The good news is, Ken has identified he might be in go mode and is go moding Meyer.
He's just not in the right dungeons.
And boy, is that a beautiful lava color on that palette shuffle. So if you're in Captain's shoes, do you play to the, 2% chance that the big chest is the small key? And do you play to the 2% that lava chest and the big chest are both small keys?
No. Absolutely not. Because surely that last small key you need is either a crystal roller or more on laser bridge.
There's more items there.
Well, he opened big chest and got a small key, so I guess that conversation is now dead.
Well, we won't know if it was a good decision to do so, but it certainly paid out.
We did get an Argus in Misery Mire.
Amarith, I believe you've been tracking our bosses. What's our missing boss right now? Is it Landmo only?
We have not seen a Land Molas, and I believe we have not seen 2 of the rematches.
Can Landmo not be at Ice Harmos? And Ken now knows he's in go mode. Or, he knows he's in Schrodinger's go mode. He doesn't know if he needs Quake.
He'll know he's in full go mode soon.
But first, Moldorm.
I'm pretty sure Land Molas is legal in Ice Harmos.
We know Landmo's not allowed on Moldorm 2.
It could just be right here in TR.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Or you can have a second Argus. There's our first duplicate of the run.
So, there's a 50% chance we have a vanilla Landmo 2.
Yeah. And anything that can be in Moldorm is possible at the moment. Also, this is about to be the 7th crystal for... Yeah, that is Crystal 7 for Captain 1977. So, Orange, I think there's a game we like to play.
Is there? All I know is that when someone gets to crystal number 7, people just put a bunch of numbers in chat.
But... there are 22 checks in the basement of Ganon's tower. One of them has a very important Ganon's tower big key. Without it, we can't climb the tower.
Well, so, I don't think it's negative 3, and I think someone is watching the wrong randomizer.
Yeah. This is Zelda. This is not Final Fantasy. We are not talking about a different game we like to play. But, so... yeah, let's find out where this big key is.
Starting off in Hope Room.
We have a small key.
Captain's gonna do Hope into full left.
Where do you like to see the big key show up?
In Hope Room.
Okay, now where do you expect the big key to show up usually? In this mode, I usually expect it to be vanilla.
Well, most of the time I'm hoping for either Hope Room or Compass Room. But this is map compass blah. This is boss shuffle. We're probably going to have to kill whatever's at Ice Armos.
You mean Ice Trinex? Because that's still possible. That's a Mirror Shield.
One thing is definitely for certain. Captain is going to have a completely free Ganon.
Red Mail, Gold Sword, Silver Arrows, Mirror Shield.
Well, the shield's totally useless.
I mean, yes. We have everything we could want for this Ganon fight.
No, we don't. Half magic.
Half magic. Okay, we have everything. We have Silver's fight. We have everything we could possibly want. And true, there is a bug in the Enemizer code that was found. The Ice Trinex is far more likely. It's not the worst boss you can find in the Ice Arena.
Really?
What?
You don't believe Trinex is the worst boss that could be down there? Blind's pretty bad. Okay, I'll give you that.
Ice Blind is awful. It's almost impossible to set anything up on ice. Luckily, we don't have to.
Now we do not care what's down there.
So welcome to the Gauntlet. Also, for the record, Iced Helma, while completely doable, is not pleasant.
Yeah, because you just go slipping and sliding every time you hammer it. It would actually be preferable to use bombs there. Oh yeah, GT Big Key, first chest in Rando Room. What number's that?
Let's see, 2, 6, 7, and map 8. 2, 6, 7 on the torch, 8 in map room, 9 and Fire Snake. That's number 10 if you do for first check with that round.
Yeah, number 10. So, after this gauntlet, and a quick dip into the safety room.
Hey, safety room's a great room.
Especially when you're on 2 hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
Little spritz at the pit. And we can begin our gauntlet.
I'm still convinced the worst rooms in Gauntlet are the first 2.
The third one can get out of control real quick.
Oh, absolutely. But at least 3 and 4 don't have Stalfos in them.
Unfortunately, that Spooky wasn't armed to kill that red Stalfos with the words are just not formed. Oh, there's our Trinex.
Again? Great.
So that means
Landmo's on ice.
Yep. Captain needs to be careful here. He's got a fairy. But
Does he
that
have a
is a
potion?
step. That's what I'm really worried about, because he's about to run out of magic.
I was slightly worried when he was using magic in the gauntlet with the possibility of Trinex. Hold still.
He does not have a magic refill. And he only has one shot left.
Uh-oh.
He has to redo this.
That fireball spinner is evil.
Captain's not going to be able to finish this fight as he has no way to refill his magic. Forced to mirror and forced to leave.
Not forced to leave. There's a magic refill in refill room.
He suddenly realized. It does give Ken a window to catch up.
It does. It's not an easy road, but it's a lot. The hill's gone down slightly.
But Ken does have one thing that Captain does not. A blue potion.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Captain has one thing that Ken does not.
A lead.
Well, I was referring to the silvers.
Still needs, well, that was gonna be my, third or fourth pick? I was gonna say GT Big Key.
There is a window to catch up, it's just not good.
Little insurance, catching the ferry. So, oh, the other thing is, Ken still has to clear Hera.
Oh, there's another thing. Ken didn't do Hookshot Cave.
So, no butter for Ken. And takes a fall.
Those beetles were not playing nice.
They really were not. So this time, Captain is making sure to preserve his magic as much as possible because he needs all of it for this upcoming Trinex fight. Going into his second attempt at Trinex, this time with a full magic bar. One, two, three. 3 slashes per head. On to phase 2. He does have a fairy, so health's not that big of a concern right now. But he does down Trinex. Also, it's a little bit of swag to just turn around and deflect that fireball. Past the shell of Lavos to climb up the stairs. One of the most satisfying rooms in the game.
Yeah, the wizard rooms are some of the best.
And the other most satisfying room in the game.
The other wizard room. But if you can get those down, they are the most satisfying.
So another room where you could be forced to start over if you run out of magic.
Which is why having a lamp is good.
I love the lamp.
I love lamp.
Meanwhile, Ken is entering GT now. I'm curious as to what kind of route he's going to take. And the best thing about having powder is the free full heal.
At least free if you have 15 hearts or less.
Alright, Ken is going to take the same route Captain did.
Hello, Coldstar.
That is rematch number 3.
I'm not a fan of Coldstar here.
The puffs are not the problem, it's the falling ice.
Luckily, do you know what cuts through Coldstar puffs like butter?
Butter.
Captain does take the time to switch to his hookshot before the explosions.
The SNES cannot walk and breathe simultaneously. So the hookshot needs to be pulled out before you kill the boss.
It's true. Along with a lot of other quirks of this game.
So here's one of the bosses that's not shuffled. A little, agonometry.
What if Aga 1 and Aga 2 shuffled between the two of them in the towers? And our tracker is on the same brainwave today.
I would probably be a bit upset to see Aga 1 at Aga 2, but happy to see Aga 2 at Aga 1. Actually, they should just be Aga 2 every single time. He dies a lot faster.
Captain's got to be a little careful, having a little trouble with these Aga patterns.
Still got that fairy.
That's good. Has it for Ganon now, too.
A free roaming Ganon, like you can get free roaming bosses in Dark Souls randos.
No, thank you.
I don't know, I think it would be interesting to fight the final boss at Capra Demon. We could also bring back Undertale Ganon.
And like you said, we have Butter Sword, we have Silvers, we have Red Mail.
And given how the seed played out, Ganon's minions were indeed incompetent fools. A little spritz on the lounging Deadpool gets him right back up.
You can't kill Deadpool. They've tried.
It appears that Captain has put away his silver arrows. See, his wooden ones are not working, so he has to pull out the ones made out of silver.
Sometimes that just happens with Quick Swap.
Well, it's not just that it happens. There can also be a legitimate reason to pull out normal arrows, i.e. Reduce lag.
I was going to say you're playing retro, so...
I mean, even outside of retro. In retro, you might hold that thought. Let's just get our GGs in for Captain 1977.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with that, Captain 1977 takes this match.
With an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 45 seconds.
And according to the Triforce, an Ultra Clown route.
And I believe that was the Discord notification sound of somebody joining us. Is that Captain 1977?
Yes, it is. Hi.
How are you feeling right now?
I have so many emotions right now. Like, I am ecstatic I won, but that GT was horrible. My goodness. I don't... Oh. You know, the Trinex and the Cold Stare, you know, you gotta use so much magic before you even get up to Ganon, and I'm just like, oh no, please. No, don't do this. Then, running out of magic on Trinex, had to mirror back out and get some more magic. But, you know, but still, I'm glad I won.
Fortunately, GT does have a magic refill room before the Gauntlet.
Yeah. Well.
If I remember correctly, that puts you into the bracket stage guarantees now, doesn't it?
I believe so, yeah. Yep. I got one more game left in the group stage. If I win that, I'll be the #1 overall seed, I believe, in that group. Yeah.
I believe 4 wins at least clinches brackets for you.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, because I just really started playing this game last year. I was in the mentor tournament. I'm still nowhere near good, but I was just good enough in this group to move on. But thankfully, good enough is just good enough.
Hey, you learn a lot from being a commentator, and you're a regular on the commentary scene, so...
Sometimes the best way to learn is to just watch other people play.
Yeah, I think that's how I got my start, mostly because I did a lot of commentary before I started really playing and just learning the tricks and tips and everything else. And, you know, I'm just... I'm still very, very... It did like 10 plus minutes ago for me. I'm still feeling very, very nervous about everything, but I'm feeling pretty good though. Feeling pretty good.
So on this seed, that nice bow on Lumberjack there.
Yeah. I mean, it turned out to be an Naga seed anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal. So.
But other than that, we had a kind of forgiving boss shuffle seed, too.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I mean, you know, it's like Tridex and Desert, but you already had everything to beat them. And, I mean, you really didn't have to come back in because, oh, I can't do that boss. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of that, yeah, it was pretty, you know, it's like Vanilla Moth and there was another vanilla boss. I can't think of what it was, though. Moldorm, right, yeah. So, yeah. Because I went into... Yeah, I went into here and not even thinking boss shuffle here. I'm just like... I see Four-Eyed Moldorm, I'm like, oh, right, boss shuffle.
Yeah. Real quick aside, we just saw an unfortunate death to Cold Stare from Ken.
Oh.
Fortunately, he still has another fairy. Well,
hey,
there's that blue boomerang.
I was wondering where that was.
I'm also wondering where that half magic was.
Probably in GT.
Yeah, probably. I didn't.
It's probably behind the Iceland Molas.
Yeah, it's the only boss we didn't see was Landwell. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
And
saw
by-
all the duplicates.
by process of elimination, Land Molus had to be at Ice Ormos.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things. Ken did Misery Mire,
Wow.
which was actually the first Argus we got to see today.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have to do Meyer since Ether was my go mode.
Ken doesn't... I don't think Ken knows it quite yet. He definitely didn't know at the time, but would you like to know what Ken's go mode was?
Sure.
The Titans Mitts.
There goes his other fairy on Aga 2.
Okay, so
Very unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
you know, in this mode, I'm not gonna skip Left Side Swamp because there's guaranteed items over there, so you're not gonna skip it.
I forgot to mention, the Titans Mitts at Brewery.
Oh.
He did Swamp right out of Pod.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Ken, you both went into well,
Yeah, my routing was not great, honestly, because I did a lot of weird checks. Like I routed in so many checks, and I'm just I'm questioning myself, but yeah.
And Ken is standing still on top of Pyramid, and I believe Ken has forfeit from this race with an official time of official forfeit time at 2 hours 5 minutes 23 seconds for our.
Yeah, GG's to Ken.
A lot of heart here in this race between the two of you. Two very determined runners.
the race between you two was actually pretty close. And speaking of Ken, we are joined here by Link to the Past Ken.
I made I skipped a lot of stuff. I didn't even know I was in go mode when I did all that. I just figured I probably was, so I skipped a lot of stuff.
So the big question we have to ask is Misery Mire.
I didn't know what my last crystal was. I was either Maya or Turtle Rock, and I did Maya.
Okay, I'm trying to remember where Turtle Rock map was.
I found it after I actually did a map check. And it was Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I went to the Mire area, and then I was going to be like, okay, I need Ether, I need TR or Mire. So after I did that, I checked the map, I saw the TR was a crystal, so I was like, okay, well, I don't do Mire ever. Because, Ether was my go mode. Which was in the back of Escape, which I didn't do till really late, so because of the late gloves.
And I skipped like everything. I mean, I skipped so much stuff. It's not funny. Like I went to Thieves Town. I just went to the boss. I didn't touch anything. I skipped like half of Thieves Town, and I didn't even have the mitts yet.
Yeah.
Other than the required Aghanim, this was actually a jet seed.
It could have been.
I knew I couldn't beat Pod Boss with just a fighter sword, so I left after getting the items. I didn't even go to the boss.
I don't have any other questions. What about you, Zeke?
Yeah, I think I don't have any further questions for either of our runners. So, do either of the runners want to say any final words?
I'd just like to say thanks for the race stream. Obviously, thank you, Zeke and Orange for commentating, Emerald for tracking, ZSR for getting this on really last minute. I woke up this morning like, oh, we get a restream. Oh, cool. So yeah, and then I'm just a nervous wreck all morning, thinking, oh no, I'm getting a restream. No. But yeah, it's appreciated very much. Thanks everyone for watching, and GG's Ken. I don't, hopefully you can win your next race.
That was my last race, so
Oh, that was your last one. Okay.
if I won it, then I would have the possibility of tying with Gabriel, but because it would be, both of us would be at 3-3. But
Yeah.
oh well. Because he still has 2 more races left, so it could have tied.
Did you have fun, Ken, with this tournament?
Yeah, I knew that. I knew Captain was a lot better at rounding than I was, so I took a lot of chances, and I bet you if I didn't do Meyer, it would have been even closer.
That early swamp play was actually a really aggressive play, and I was quite a fan. So
The early swamp play was the biggest advantage you had.
I think I found a sword there too.
Yeah. There's always a sorted swamp in there.
You beat him to Tempered Sword. You had Mitz go mode instead of Ether go mode.
Where was Silver?
In the Ice Tea Room of Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Which I never touched because I was in go mode.
the one chest you skipped in Ice Palace, unfortunately. Actually, with your out, no, actually, you had a lot of Ice Palace you didn't open. So
Yeah.
GG's to both runners.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG's to both of you folks. Very interesting race. Make sure you give both our runners a follow today. Great effort by both of them, and yeah, best of luck to both of you in the rest of your racing. Thank you to both Orange and Zeke for the excellent commentary today, and also to Amarish for the tracking. Make sure you give them all a follow as well. All the links are currently in chat. If you're looking for more Challenge Cup action coming up tomorrow, I beg your pardon, at 9 o'clock Eastern in the morning, we have got a Group N match between Iwala, Koala, and Super Rando Bros. That's going to be happening on Zelda Speedruns 1, and coming up also on Monday, I believe, yeah, it is, at 4 o'clock Eastern, we have got a Group W match between Slim Kirby versus Keeps. If you're looking for more general Zelda action to follow, though, we are on our way right now over to Zelda Speedruns to catch the end of the Skyward Sword randomizer match in the co-op tournament between the German Bingo Lords and Ragtag Yag. So be sure to get over there and show them all some love. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Psychonaut, and have a fantastic rest of your time zone. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.